What is going on YouTube? I'm Choctopus, and a new banner just dropped in Pokemon Duel. So the Zekrom and Reshiram banner is gone, and you can no longer get a Wigglytuff or a Gothitelle from boxes, and I have never been happier in my entire life. So, and that says a lot. Well, alright, maybe a couple more times, but it's up there. It's up there. Not being able to pull a Wigglytuff or Gothitelle anymore, it's up there. So, getting into the new banner and the new Pokemon that just dropped, let's go into the shop right now and let's go through them. By the way, there's an extra gems event going on right now. If you do not take advantage of these and you are a gem buyer, now is when you should stock up on gems. You should be getting them during the extra gem event because they give you a pretty significant amount. I think it's 50% more. That's a lot. So stock up on those gems. Alright, so going into the new boosters, let's take a look at the new featured Pokemon. So first you have Rhyperior, the last in the Rhyhorn evolution stage. And let's take a look at this. It's ground and rock. Now this is basically a flying Pokemon's worst nightmare. So it doesn't have a passive. However, let's take a look at its wheel. So there's a large portion dedicated to Rock Blast, which respins until you miss Rock Blast, and it does 100 damage. This thing is going to be a monster. The next move is Bulldozer, which, sorry, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here. Bulldozer is the Pokemon knocks the battle opponent one step back and claims its previous spot. So, kind of like what Hariyama does, only this is probably going to be a lot stronger than its pushback. Okay, and then you have your Rock Wrecker, which knocks out one of your Pokemon's flying-type Pokemon within 2 steps, and then when you are using the new Long Barrel Plate, you can knock one Pokemon of your opponent's Fire, Ice, Flying, or Bug-type that are 2 or 3 steps away. So, right off the bat, I think Rhyperior is going to be really strong, and I think we're going to see a lot of them for a while. It's a good tank, but it also is a good pusher. I think it's going to work really well in tandem with a Shuppet, because you could just have your Rhyperior pushing its way up the side or the middle, and you could have your Shuppet kind of following close behind it. So that's a good Pokemon to pull. I'm going to be trying to pull Rhyperior in this banner, but hopefully we can. So we're going to have to take advantage of those extra gems. All right, Heatran is the next one. And let's check this out. There are a lot of misses. You know, they're small, but they're still, that's a lot. Crunch does 70 damage. Iron Head does 110. Then you have Crunch again. And then Magma Slide, which is the battle opponent is knocked 2 steps back and becomes burned. The battle opponent now has weight. So you can burn and wait. That's pretty good. But let's take a look at the passive. If there's any Pokemon on your entry point, and this Pokemon is on the bench, at the beginning of your turn, this Pokemon can move next to that Pokemon and battle. After the battle, if this Pokemon is not knocked out, move it to the bench. So you basically, if you have your entry points blocked, Heatran is good to kind of, you get a freebie to bring it out and try and knock out the other Pokemon, but it's going to go right back to the bench after that. So that's a really good counter for those early gamers who are using the rush technique and they're trying to rush with like a Speed Deoxys and a Shuppet. Heatran might be a good one to kind of counter those, especially because it does a pretty good amount of damage. Okay, so that's the 2 EXs that you're able to pull in this banner. Next, you have your Liepard. Okay, and let's see, Feint Attack. This one's okay. It does Feint Attack, which does 50 damage, and then what's this? Assist. A random Pokemon on your bench, other than Liepard, spins. The attack that is spun takes the place of this attack. So you could use Liepard kind of as a decoy to kind of sneak up there, and then use, if you land that, then you could use, if you have stronger Pokemon on your bench. Is it only on the bench? Yes, it's on the bench. You could use a Pokemon that's sitting on the bench, so let's say you have a Lugia out there on your bench. You move your Liepard up, spins, it doesn't work. You know, you hit what is it? You hit assist, and then it will use a different Pokemon's attack. That's pretty cool. So in addition to the new Pokemon that are out, we also have a couple new plates. The first one, which is specifically for Rhyperior. So long barrel, cost 1. Choose one of your Rhyperior on the field or bench until the end of the duel. So it's going to last the entire duel, and it's only cost 1. The effect of Rhyperior's Rock Wrecker becomes knock out one of your Pokemon's fire, ice, flying, or bug type Pokemon that is 2 or 3 steps away. So that's really cool because you can use it at the beginning of the turn and beginning of the game, and then it's going to last the entire duration of the duel. And basically, you could knock out one of those 4 types of Pokemon just by being within range of them if you roll Rock Wrecker. Okay, and the next is Dark Energy, which is kind of just a counter for Psychic-type Pokemon. If you have 2 Dark Pokemon on your team, do they have to be on the field? They have to be on the field. Then it nullifies energy effects of Psychic-type Pokemon. So it seems like these 2 plates are more for some counterplay, depending on what kind of team your opponent is running, but it doesn't really pay to get Long Barrel if you don't have a Rhyperior. So if I don't pull one, I probably won't get Long Barrel, but it seems like if you have Rhyperior, you should definitely invest in Long Barrel. Okay, also, last but not least, the orange boosters are back, and you have your 50% gem event. Be sure to, invest in that, especially if you're a gem buyer. That's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments below, which Pokemon are you trying to pull this banner? If you liked my video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Pokemon Duel updates, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.